Hi fam, welcome back to the channel. Daniel here again. In today's video we are going to be making pineapple and shrimp fried rice. This is the most delicious thing that is on the internet right now. I bet you, and I kid you not, when you try it you come and testify. Before we dive right into it, please do not forget to click the like button, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, don't forget to leave a comment, and please share the video. It helps me grow. Now let's dive right into the video. The full ingredient list and their quantities are going to be in the description box, so please check that out. So we're going to just start by cutting the pineapple. You guys, I've had this pineapple for maybe 2 weeks now and I just started to use it. That's why it's looking like very ripe, because it actually was very ripe. Anyways, I'm just going to be making cubes out of it. This is just so it is easy for me to cut out this pineapple. The reason I'm cutting it this way is because we're going to be using the inside of the pineapple. I don't know what it's called, but we're going to be using it to actually serve the food. And you guys, it was so good. I was skeptical at first, but I'm like, okay, this is really good. Anyways, I'm going to be using my spoon to just scoop it out so it's easy for me, and this is what it looks like after I was done. Now in another bowl, I'm going to be adding some black pepper to my shrimp. I'm also going to be adding a little bit of soy sauce, and then I'll be mixing thoroughly. I'll cover with cling film and then set aside for 10 to 15 minutes. After setting that aside, I'm going to be preparing my vegetables. You guys have asked me a couple of times to show when I'm preparing my vegetables. That's why I decided to do it in this video. Anyways, I'm just going to be slicing or cutting my vegetables. You can actually do yours however you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like how I am doing mine. The most important thing is that you're using the vegetables. After doing that, I'm just going to add some vegetable oil to my wok, and then I'll just allow it to sit. I'll also be adding a little bit of butter. This is because I like the flavor that it brings to this dish. You can skip it, it's not necessary, but I just love it. Now I'm just going to allow it to sit on the heat for about a minute or two, and then I'll be transferring my already marinated shrimp. You guys, everywhere was just scenting and everything was just looking so good at this point. Anyways, I'm just going to be frying this or sauteing this for about 2 minutes. Your shrimp should not stay on the fire for so long. It cooks very fast. After that, I'm going to remove from the heat, set aside, and then I'll be cleaning my wok just because I don't want it looking very dirty. Anyways, I have some vegetable oil again inside my wok. Then to that, I'm going to be transferring some onions, saute that for about a minute, and then I'll also be adding my minced garlic and ginger. Garlic and ginger just adds so much flavor to this, you guys. You can't skip this. This is not optional. This is one of your important ingredients, literally. So I'll just saute that for another 1 or 2 minutes. I'm cooking on medium heat, you guys. Don't cook on high heat, don't cook on low heat, just use medium heat and you will be fine. After doing that, I'm just going to be transferring my carrots, stir that again. I'm doing this for about a minute or so. This is because I don't want my carrots to be soggy. I don't want any of my vegetables to be soggy actually, but obviously carrots is stronger, that's why it's going in first. After about a minute, I'm going to transfer my bell peppers to the heat, and then I'll just saute that for about another 1 minute. You guys, everything about this is so fast. The longest thing about this recipe is you just prepping, literally. Every other thing is very, very fast. While that's happening, I'm just going to set those aside just in one side of the pot, and then I'll be frying my eggs, or my egg rather. You're not supposed to add anything to it. This is just for extra garnishing. No need to add salt and all of that. Just whisk and just stir or cook for about 2 minutes or until you're sure that the egg is done. Now I am just going to be mixing everything in the wok thoroughly. This is just so everything is mixed properly before we add in any other thing. Stir this for about a minute and you'll be fine. After stirring, now I'm just going to be adding my seasonings and my spices. I'm using all-purpose seasoning, I'm using some thyme, I'm also using a little bit of salt, I'm using some seasoning cube. You really don't need so much ingredient or so much spices and seasonings for this, because quite frankly it's actually very flavorful already. Now I'm just going to be transferring my shrimp, and then I'll be adding my cooked rice. Yes, you guys, cooked rice. You don't have to go all fancy. I'm also using the very regular rice, not basmati rice, just the normal long or short grain rice, whatever rice you have. And guess what, overnight rice that you've made before now is literally the best for this recipe. I didn't have that, so I had to cook like a fresh batch of rice. But if you can, or if you have overnight rice at home, that is what you should use for this recipe, because it's like the best. Literally, it's just the best. So if you have that, use it 100%. Now I'm just going to be incorporating everything thoroughly, making sure that it's properly combined. You don't want to see some white, you don't want to see some brown. Just make sure that everything is everywhere. Then I'm going to be adding the star ingredients, or another star ingredients. I'm going to be adding my pineapple, and then I'm also going to be adding some shrimp. Then I'm also adding my oyster sauce. You guys, I feel like I've hyped this food so much, but you guys will know when you finally try it. Like I said, the ingredient list and their full details are going to be in the description box, so please check that out and make it for your family for this Christmas. Anyways, back to our food. I'm just going to be mixing this thoroughly, making sure that it is properly incorporated. You can also check for taste, but if you do follow this recipe very well, you don't have to do all of that, because the recipe is 100% accurate. After stirring properly, I am just going to allow this sit on the fire for about 3 to 5 minutes, and our food is ready. Your shrimp and pineapple fried rice is ready. Everything about this banged. Everything about this was so good. Please, when you do try it out, kindly leave a comment. You can also send me a message on Instagram. Send me pictures, guys. I love seeing pictures of your creations. So do that, please. If you made it this far, first of all, thank you. Do not forget to click the like button. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to leave a comment, and please share the video. You guys, we are almost at 300 subs. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Look at all this gorgeousness. And look at all this gorgeousness. See you in my next video. Bye.